How do you define skating? Definition boxes of words, right? Germans have all these words for isness. Hebrew has different words for time, in terms of increment, that gives them greater perspective that we're not privy to, because the nature of their vocabulary is more nuanced. So reeling back, how do we define skateboarding from the perspective of the average bear who flips it on and sees it in the Olympic as a sport? Skateboarding can never be compressed into something you measure in increments of time or distance, superlatives, right? He did the highest, furthest, longest, quickest, fastest. Skateboarding can never be truncated, fit, compressed into the notion, flat notion, of a sport where it's measured in yards or milliseconds, right? We're so much more dimensional. The fact that it can be projected flatly into something measurable, judged on ESPN is helpful, but I've always looked at it as an artificial construct, a way to get money, a way to get TV coverage, which is fine. We need that. We need that. Everyone needs to survive. Dudes in football get destroyed, right? Their brains, everything. So respect for that. They're going after it. But what skaters are doing, to me, is still different. Because it's not just on the field, it's practice, it's everywhere else where you're risking so much, especially doing something like that. And so the dudes that are doing that level of potential violence to their body, that already separates, like, look at what you're dealing with. Caution to the wind, doing something that's never been done. How often do you see that in sports? Like, really, the essence of our community is that we share something so much deeper that shapes us lifelong. We share not only something physical, but an actual language that unites us, right? Two kids can text tricks back and forth, regardless of the language you understand, and you can strive and go after it, you get every nuance. I don't think any sport has that, sport. In terms of art and expression, skateboarding and art, you can take the silhouette of any particular skateboarder, just a silhouette of a still frame. Not only know who it is, whether it's switch or regular, just by the body language, I think that constitutes art, much less skate parts. When you see not only what people do, but how they go about it, through their landings, body language, by what tricks they do, how they take them. You know this person through what they do, but as a skater, Van Gogh, sure, I recognize I don't have the acumen, expertise to tell you everything about a Van Gogh. But the constraints, though it may last for hundreds of years on a wall and people can, I get it. But what does skateboarding represent in terms of the art and understanding not only who this person is, what they do, how they go about it? It shapes a whole culture through a language that those others don't even begin to have. So it is a union of sport, of art, community, connection, vocabulary that unites us in ways God knows. Tell me there's not a lot of at-risk people. When is something so valuable that it's keeping them, that they're haunted through child abuse or whatever it is they're going through, drug addiction, of should they end it now? Skateboarding has a cohesion to say, at least I belong, to attract those outcasts. Surely it belongs other places. But I have never experienced or seen any community that has such cohesion and meaning and connection. It unites people who don't otherwise fit together. So it is not just something a kid takes up because he doesn't know anything better, but it is something that can shape your perspective and how you see the world. What is the essence of neuroscience? A guy at the Media Lab told me this. It boils down to seeing the world differently. You tell me, do skateboarders see the world differently? Every street, right? That is what skateboarding is to me, beyond boxes and words and definitions. I think such a cool statement. The fact that it cannot be answered because of the dimensions that are woven into each trick, because of its innovation, the person who did it, the circumstances, where, how it integrated with terrain. The fact that I cannot answer it speaks to the beauty of skateboarding itself and why it is so truly, community driven in its artistic nature. So no,